If you love someone struggling with addiction, you know the ache of waiting, wondering, and holding on to hope.
You've seen the glimpses of who they really are and feared losing them to who they're not.
As long as they are alive, there's hope.
Between relapse and redemption is a raw and honest conversation between a mother and a daughter who've walked the long road through 20 years of addiction, Oxycontin, heroin, fentanyl, and found their way back to life, love, and healing.
Whether your loved one is lost in the spiral or fighting their way out, we created this space for you too.
To know that you're not alone, to understand more, to believe healing is still possible.
As long as they're alive, there is hope.
What relapse taught me about real love.
20 years,
Two
two
hearts,
hearts,
one
one story.
story. Subscribe for weekly videos that explore the real, messy, and meaningful side of addiction and recovery from both sides.
Subscribing and sharing will help others who need to hear these messages.
We will offer stories, insights, and conversations that offer hope, understanding, and truth.
And reaching more and more people is what we're really after here. So please like this, share it, subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, in conversation we were having, you said maybe I should save this for a video because we seem to get into these conversations and say, actually, that'd be really good to talk about, right? As we're busy talking about all of life and all that life has been bringing lately, which has been like a lot of ups and downs, and you finally get a car, and now your car's in the shop. Right, and you have appointments you need to get to, like probation, but now you don't have a car again. And then how you move back to, well, at least I have a car. And so this kind of this thing that goes all over the place.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and how yesterday when we were talking, you brought up, and then we'll go into my other thing. Yes, but yesterday how I had a car a couple of years ago and I lost it, and I just went back out and it didn't even care. It was just like back out to my old shit, and now,
I left it on the side of the road and it was like gone.
Whatever, but my car's in the shop and I'm still moving forward and doing what I need to be doing, and knowing my baby's coming back to me, it's just it just shows where my head's at these days and how appreciative I am to have something that is mine, and which I guess brings up to what we were talking about in the car and all the progress that I've made, in these, in these almost 7 months that I've been clean, even sitting in, the county jail for a few months, but since I got to my sober living and becoming assistant manager there and just it's progress, not perfection. And I've made my mistakes, but they haven't even been that big of mistakes. And there's been times I haven't showed up when I said I was going to show up, but those are big, and that's where it comes with trust. And I need to rebuild so much trust with my family and trust within myself,
and you're facing it in your sober living home, because as the assistant manager, and being responsible for people,
and even having keys to my house, what?
And having the responsibility to keep everybody on task, I would imagine that's kind of a mirror for you too. It's, I'm not following through with my commitment. Hey, you're not following through with your commitment.
Yeah. It's definitely a mirror image. And
what did we talk about? The important part is there's two people you can't lie to.
Myself and to God.
Yeah, not that it's necessarily a people, but to the point.
Yeah.
You can try to BS everybody else, but you can't BS yourself.
Yeah.
You can bury those lies and convince yourself. And
or as I call him, the big man upstairs. And so what we were talking about a little bit ago, and I was like, oh, this will be good, and is so I started this job, and
Which was really exciting to get a job.
It was a legal job, you know? None of this stealing cars or stealing from stores or doing this other crap that I'm not going to say and try and incriminate myself for, you know, or, you know, credit card stuff. None of that, you know? But a job, and I did it myself. And an honest living, you know, paychecks. And I was stoked, completely just so excited. And then just my blood pressure, health stuff started coming up, and I started getting some, you know, so I got some doctor's notes. I've had to leave early because I needed to go to the hospital. And then I was starting to get scheduled so many night shifts. And I was sharing with my mom how my recovery these days, and I'm laughing about this now because this isn't something I've ever said. My recovery these days is my entire, literally my life. And I'm laughing again because I used to always tell my mom, I hate NA meetings. I don't like them. Like, people just glorify their using, and they just do this.
Mm-hmm.
And but then I've also shared with my mom recently, I can go into NA meetings with such an open mind these days and just pick out something from everybody's story and relate to it. So I just, these days I go into NA meetings, and I love going to meetings these days. I mean, I've even gone into meetings and led meetings, and I've shared, and I lead meetings at my house now. And it's, I look forward to going to my meetings because I need them. My life depends on these
Your
meetings.
literal life.
My literal life depends on these meetings. My
because
sober
you've
living.
Been so close to death. It's not just your livelihood. It's
No.
your literal life.
Yeah, so close to death. Not even on one hand. Probably not even on two hands.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't even know how I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm here, and there's a reason I'm still here.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm speaking to you guys right now, you know. And it's I just got chills right now. It's my papa. Just I was telling my mom that there's a part of me that feels disappointed within myself. I started talking to my mom because I've accomplished so much in such a short amount of time, and now I'm not wanting to go back to this job. And that I'm feeling disappointed in myself because I feel like I'm actually failing at something. Because
what if you're just climbing?
I didn't even look at it like that. But I got a job. I was so elated about it. But I'm just wanting to quit this job. But they're not willing to just give me day shifts, which, you know what, I need. And today, what I need is what I need. And it's not because I'm being selfish. It's because I'm being selfish. I need it because I don't want to be down here anymore. I had to visualize and dream or have a nightmare of my funeral and seeing my family having to bury me when I was in the county jail on multiple occasions. And I know that if I don't attend these meetings and I don't continue on the path that I know that I want and so much deserve and am meant for, that could be a possibility.
So then how could you possibly be failing yourself by leaving a job that takes you away from the thing that keeps you alive?
And this is why I wanted this video. Wait for this video, Mom. These are my therapy sessions as well. Why do I need a therapist when I got my mom? I didn't even look at it like that. I guess that's where, you know, I got the good side and the bad side, the positive, the negative, and
well, we've all got that, don't we? And we deny one side or the other. While you were out on the streets and harming yourself and other people, you were denying the light within you.
Mm-hmm.
And other people, when they have more that Pollyanna effect or those rose-colored glasses, they deny the dark part. And it's like the yin-yang symbol. There's, the
Yep.
light with a spot of darkness, and there's the darkness with a spot of light, but they work
Yep.
together as a whole.
Do you remember when I used to draw those all over everything?
I do.
Through school?
I do. And we have to acknowledge that we all have those temptations or those whispers that say, come here, let's just do this. But when you're looking at square in the eye and you're saying, no, actually, I'm trying to convince myself I'm failing by not going to do the thing that's actually taking me away from what's saving my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deceit. And it's a way you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas when you say, by me going there, I can't go to the thing that is life-giving to me. Well, that's something really to be evaluated.
Right. And I mean, I knew that job wasn't going to be forever. It definitely wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. And,
this is how we put our own limitations around ourselves, though. Like in your mind, how long should you have stayed for you not to be a failure?
I can't even answer that.
Right, you can't. But we come up with something, right? Well, if I would have stayed this long, then it would have been okay to quit. No, the bottom line is, it's not quitting. What you're saying is, I thought that was going to work for me. What I realized by climbing up that ladder is, if I do that, I'm harming myself over here, and I'm not willing to harm myself anymore. So maybe I need to step up one more and say, okay, what is a better job? Because when you're looking for what is that part that's hindering me from my own growth, none of us go from 0 to 100 and say, oh, I'm here. Wow, look at the vista. It's so beautiful out here. I reached the top. No, we climb up and then we say, oh, I don't know if this was the right ladder to be climbing up.
Right.
Or this is the right path to be taken. And so if you're not reevaluating, which you were not when you were on the streets, when you were doing drugs, you were not reevaluating. And now you're saying, oh, I took that step. Wait, I'm evaluating. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not feeling very good. I'm feeling like I'm off track with myself. What is the hindrance? Oh, it's the job that I said yes to. And because at that moment, I believed that was my path.
Mm-hmm.
But upon reevaluation, it's not a failure to say, I chose this, and now that doesn't work for me anymore. It's not quitting.
So glad I brought this up. So I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's
Quitting is not trying. The greatest failure is not putting one step in front of the other. Is to deny that you have life.
right.
That's the greatest failure, in my opinion. That you have that beautiful gift wrapped box, as Papa used to say. Every person on the day they are born has a gift wrapped box laid at their feet that very few choose to open. Because we have these conditions and these norms and these shoulda, woulda, couldas, and people try to sway us this way and this way and this way with their opinions and their beliefs. But your truth is yours. Nobody can affirm it or deny it for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you say, I believed at the moment that was the job for me, and upon reevaluation, after now realizing this part, I realize it is not, you are being truthful to yourself. You are stepping into the light of your life.
Absolutely. I agree. And it's been a very long time since I've been completely truthful with myself. But it's, that puts it in a totally different perspective for me.
Yeah, when you are no longer willing to lie to yourself or deny yourself life, that's when you're going to come up against a lot of things in yourself and probably a lot of other people too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? You just got that job. You haven't had a job in years. You should keep that job, or whatever the stories get told. But when you're saying, wait a minute, I'm checking in here with the wisdom of myself, connecting to my God, and I'm saying, is this true for me? because we have a lot of opinions and beliefs on this planet, and more so ever than ever with the advent of social media. So we all of us need discernment.
Absolutely.
And so when you say, no, but then what follows when you say, I'm going to walk away from that job?
Like emotions?
Yeah.
Relief.
Ah, interesting, right? What else comes after relief?
Happiness.
What else? When you think about not having a job or money now.
A little anxiety.
Right. And that comes charging in the back door. And it's like, but wait, you won't have this, or this. So maybe you should just
stay.
How many times have you told yourself that story?
Many.
Right.
But then on the flip side, it's like, oh, well, and then it comes the other side of me, like, oh, well, Nicole, you put your mind to something and bam, you can make it happen.
That's it.
All it takes is that bit of effort. And, like, I think it's my brother or you. I think absolutely everybody in my family. If you just put this much effort into your life as you put into the bullshit you do out there, you'll have the world in the palm of your hands. It's, I mean, and
because fear lies to us. It's that false evidence appearing real. And it isn't that, people need money to be able to buy food, put food on the table. That's reality. However, if you want something badly enough, like if you had no job to begin with, you'd be pounding the pavement, shaking the bushes, trying to find it. So
Absolutely.
What's different with this? If you say, I'm going to remove myself from this, you go do the same thing as if you never had a job to begin with. You go pound the pavement and shake the bushes and you get what you need.
Absolutely.
But also get what you want.
Right. And something that fits my life.
Yes. Needs and wants can walk hand in hand together.
Because what it all boils down to is my recovery. And
as long as she's alive,
there's hope.
There's hope.
And it's, and where I live, and we have the chance, if you've been there for so many days, you're able to take weekend passes. And I choose not to take weekend passes because I love being at home. That is my nest. That is my comfort place, my comfort zone.
When you haven't had one in 20 years.
Right. I love my room. I love my comfy bed. I love my big screen TV, my body pillow, my comfy ass blankets and pillows. I love my room because it's mine. It's my bed. And
it's your space.
It's my space. It may not be a huge ass room, but it's mine. I can go down to my refrigerator with my food. It's things that belong to me.
And even, I think it's important to say you share a room with someone else.
I do share a room.
But it's your
It's my area. It's my area, and I have a really cool roommate, and all the women in my house, or in our house, they're amazing. And we have a really cool house right now. And I respect every lady in my house, in our house. And I'm really grateful for all the women in our sober living. And they all teach me something new every day. And, of course, in a house full of women, we all have very different personalities, and, but I wouldn't change a day of my life there for a day out there, and,
I'm a big advocate for the tribe or the community or the village.
And that's exactly what we are. And for the kids that are there, and
humanity thrives better that way, in my humble opinion.
And do you remember when I tried a rehab type of thing years ago?
Which one?
I don't want to say the name of it.
Yeah, but where was it near where you're at now?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I know what you're talking about.
When one of my kids was very small, and so Mom, I don't like it because I can't have so-and-so here. And it's just too hard being around all these other ones. But being where I'm at right now and just being able to, even though I wasn't able to show up for my other ones necessarily, to be able to be there to support the other moms to show up in a way I wasn't for mine, it feels good. And to be able to hear, let me help you, go take a break, or let me feed the baby, well, go take a break, or go shower, let me take the baby. And
how is that for you when you don't have touch with your own children?
It brings up a lot of guilt. It brings up a lot of hurt.
How are you able to step beyond that guilt and hurt and give so freely?
Because babies are just so beautiful.
Aren't they though?
Babies are so beautiful.
I really have so much honor for you in that, because I cannot imagine, because I too love my babies, mm-hmm. I cannot imagine how difficult it must be to see another woman in your surrounding that you live with holding her children while you aren't. And yet, wow, that you rise above that to also, not instead of, mm-hmm. but to also side by side, that yin yang again, mm-hmm. to be able to be there and just be present for these beautiful babies. For the mamas too.
I am, because there's one of the moms in my house, and she had one of her kids got taken into foster care, and she got the baby back about, I want to say, a year ago or so, and but I just cheer her on like crazy, and I'm just so proud of her, and I am proud of every mom in that house that is trying to enter back into their child's life, or, and I am all there for every kid in that house. And, I catch myself, okay, check in with your own damn kid, Nicole, mm-hmm. And I'll FaceTime my kid, and he'll be like, hey mom, okay, love you too, mom. I'm just like, oh, you damn kid. And, but I have that chance. I have that today where even though I have been so in and out of my kid's life, he's still, I love you, mama. And
he's a very forgiving little soul, isn't he?
He is.
He holds nothing against anyone.
He
is true grace.
I FaceTimed him earlier. How was your doctor's, mama? And I love you, mom, and blows me a kiss. And even though when he's fixated on his game, but it's just, it's so real and it's so pure. Even though when his eyes are so fixated on his game, and his phone's over here, and okay, mama, I love you, mwah, yeah. But it just, I'm so grateful that I have that with him, because he could just be like, mom, I want nothing to do with you. And he's an amazing kid. And so as I'm showing, now that I'm talking about, as I'm showing up for all those kids at my house, it's just making me realize how much more I need to show up for my own. Because as we only get one set of parents in our lives. And my like me and all of us, my kids only get one set of parents, and I need to be that best parent that I can possibly be.
Some of us step in to be surrogates, but we can't ever fully take the place.
Right. And I have 3 amazing kids, and I know every single one of them loves me in their own special way, and I just found out today that my oldest got told, "Welcome to adulthood," which I thought was hilarious. She started school on Monday. College on Monday, and she works, and her dad told her, she was telling her dad, "Oh, well, I'm tired, and if I'm going to work and school," he said, "Well, welcome to adulthood." And I was just like, oh boy,
And we talked about that too, about even though you don't have a direct contact with her, because she's not in a place where she's ready for that.
No.
And we don't know if she ever will be. However, that you could still have that relationship through him.
Yeah.
Because he's willing
Absolutely
to do that. And to also offer your support to him as the great dad that he's been. And even if I can't have the direct contact, how can I support you as you're raising her?
Right.
So that he's not standalone in it anymore either.
Right.
And so it's a way that you can still contribute to your daughter with love.
Yep.
And who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe that finds its way into her heart one day. I know there's love in there.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a lot of hurt and pain.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What I am so happy to know, though, now, is that if and when she's ready, so are you.
All ears, all eyes, and completely open to anything and everything she may have to ask me or tell me, yell, scream, cry, laugh, and to answer with complete honesty.
That's it. Honesty, truth, love. Man, the world would be such a different place if we were doing that for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because for ourselves, we'd be doing it for others too.
Boy, would this be a different world.
I just want to tell you, though, how much I love and adore and I appreciate, again, your willingness to have these conversations, but even more important, that you're willing to have the conversations with me, whether it's on camera or off camera, so that we can share the realness. We can share the truth. We can have the forgiveness and the healing and get back to the basics of love, which we've always had. However, there's been some things in the way.
Yeah, it sure has.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're back.
I am. Get used to it, Mom. I'm not going anywhere.
I'm truly so glad you're back.
I'm back, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I feel like I'm beyond hope now, which is, 20 years of hoping, and I know some people, that hope gets extinguished and it's gone, sometimes through the passing of someone. But to have, to just feel like we've finally crossed a bridge and that there's so much more life to go out there and experience, and other ways that we can take yours and our experience and go out there and do that in service of others.
Absolutely.
Because we have a lot of people hurting on this planet.
Remember that card that I got from my old therapist that said, if you're going through hell, keep going? Well, I was going through hell, and I just kept on going.
That's right.
I saw that light at the end of the tunnel, and I said, I'm going to get there.
Amen. Amen. I love you.
I love you, Mom.
Thank you.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna stay.